Hey folks, Pat here from DNS Bait Tackle and Fly Shop. This Madison area fishing report is current as of April 22nd. Before we get started, just wanted to go over a quick couple things here. We started carrying a new product here at the shop of fish attractants from this Old Salt Angling Company. They're a relatively new company. I think they're only 3 years old out of Lake Winnebago, and they make fish attractants. We carry a few here at the shop. Um, they make a garlic, an anise, and panfish candy. So we have those. And they have a new one that's called Old Time Scent, which is apparently very popular. Like I said, they're out of the Lake Winnebago area and seems to be really popular up there. Here's a little map of their retail outlets. You can see it's carried widely in the Lake Winnebago area. We are the first place in the Madison area to carry their product. So excited about that. If you check out their Instagram, you can see just pick after pick of monster fish and great hauls of fish that they're getting out of here. So stop on in the shop and check out their product if you're into fish attractants. This sounds like a great alternative. This product is all natural, which is something to consider when you're spraying stuff on your lures and tossing it in our water. So yeah, stop in, check it out. Sounds like a great product, and we're excited to be carrying it. The other big news is spring seminars. We've had a little bit of a hectic time here with the transition and COVID, hopefully winding down here, and so seminars have been on hold for I think the last 2 years or so. But Gene used to do these free seminars in the spring and in the fall. He'd do 4 or 5 of them once a week. We weren't able to do a full schedule like that with all the craziness going on here at the shop, but we are happy to announce that on Thursday, May 5th at 7 p.m., we're going to be hosting Noah Humfeld at the shop here. Noah is from Madison Angling Guide Service. He's an accomplished tournament angler and guide in the Madison area. Super knowledgeable, multi-species guide, and he's going to be talking about just what to expect on the Madison chain for the opener. And yeah, he's got super knowledgeable, great information. Here's a sweet pic of a crappie. Look at that jig. I know where he got that, I bet. But yeah, so we'll be doing that on May 5th at 7 p.m. Also going to give a Facebook Live thing a try. I'm going to be new to that, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, stay tuned on social media, and we'll have flyers here in the shop and stuff like that. But pretty excited to bring those back. And in the fall, we'll be doing the full lineup again, 4 or 5 of them to get people excited about Ice Up. And then we'll continue that tradition into the spring, doing regular seminars in the spring and the fall. So stay tuned there. Let's get started on the report. Not a whole heck of a lot going on around the chain, if I'm honest. It's been cold and rainy this last week. It's warm and rainy today, but and some warmer weather on the way, so that should get the fish going a little bit better. But there have been some good reports that I've been hearing about. Cherokee Marsh area has been producing some crappies shallow that have moved up. They're starting to get ready to get up in their spawning areas and stage up there. Also heard about some decent bass. I've been seeing some reports, some decent bass and some pike coming out of Cherokee. Of course, pike season is closed, but they're going to bite on a lure that a bass would bite on. So been hearing about some mostly small pike, but it's still fun. Crappies remain a thing down here at the 113 Bridge, Mariners Inn, Skipper Buds. Catfishing people have been out in this area too. I haven't heard a lot back on that, so not sure about that bite, but they should turn up any day now. Otherwise, all the places I've mentioned in the past, these little outlets all around the lake, or inlets, I should say, and bays have been producing fish anywhere shallow with water that warms up. Heard about some good fish down here in University Bay getting caught, and had some university students in this week reporting some decent bass action and walleyes along the university shoreline. Tenney Park lagoons have been producing some panfish, and down in Lake Monona, where the Yahara River comes out, and it's a great spot. Fish are kind of staged up there. a few fish coming out of the Olbert Park area, just shore anglers casting in there. Also, the wall here at the Monona Terrace, it's been turning out some crappies and some perch, and the occasional walleye you hear about there, which is also still closed, but they'll bite a minnow. It's on a crappie rig, but and then the triangles here. It's been a straight month of great fishing down there. Some crappies coming out, people fishing from the tracks. Um, the bay here, Brittingham Park area has been producing fish. Lake Wingra, tons of small fish, great place for kids. I believe the muskie action with the muskies jumping up the dam here at the Wingra Dam is kind of quieted down, but I'm sure you could find a fish or two if you're in the area. Poke in there and see what's happening. Winnequa Park has been producing a lot of fish, a lot of small fish, but still great action there. A lot of shiners too. I've been hearing about in there. Also, these channels here in Squaw Bay and Squaw Bay itself have been producing some good fish. Lattice Park has been producing some bluegills in those lagoons and in there. Mud Lake, been hearing about some bass coming out of there. With the early bass season, that's been a great place, great opportunity to get out and fish for bass. Lake Farm, same deal. Some bass along the shore, some great shore angling opportunities there. Speaking of Lake Farm, I called the county yesterday, and they said that all of their county launch piers should be in by the end of this week. So that's good news. Lake Wabisa, Goodland Park, I've heard about some fish coming out of there. Babcock, same deal. Fish Camp, the piers down there have been producing some fish. I haven't heard not a lot of people been out in boats. It's been windy and rainy and cold and not a great time to be in a boat. So I don't hear about much from on the water. Otherwise, that's about it for the chain. You got Lake Koshkonong and the Rock River still producing fish in these areas, Fort Atkinson, Jefferson Dam. I haven't heard much about the fish being spawned out there, so and I haven't heard much about females being caught, but they're starting to move in, and but last I heard they're still not spawned out. Also been hearing about some white bass in these areas, so that's a exciting thing to think about. Also, of course, the Prairie du Sac Dam remains a very popular spot, and walleyes have been in there. Good, a lot of short fish. I haven't heard about the females. Water temps on the Wisconsin River have been still very chilly. Been hearing temps in the low 40s still, which is unusual, but it's been chilly, and plus you got snow melt from up north that's coming down the river, and that's what's responsible for cooling a lot of this off. But in Lake Wisconsin, I've been hearing about some good bass action in some of these bays and panfish there too. Moving up the river, Portage and Wisconsin Dells are producing fish. Same deal, Castle Rock and Petenwell dams have been producing fish, but the cold water temps have been holding the fish back from spawning. So we got some real warm weather. It's supposed to be 76 or something tomorrow. Very windy, but that'll get fish in the mood with some warmer water temps, hopefully, and things should start turning up. La Crosse down to Prairie du Chien, the Mississippi River, has been the perch bite there, from what I've heard, is kind of winding down or done, but the walleyes are cranked up now, so ready to go there. You're going to want to give a call out to one of those places, call the barge or a bait shop out there and find out about the flows, because it's been, I've heard the flows have been real high lately, using 3/4 an ounce jigs just to get down to where the fish are. Over in the Milwaukee area, we've got the usual tributaries are still producing some good steelhead action. The Root River and out on the lake too, trolling out in the Oak Creek area and the harbor in Milwaukee. Menominee River and Milwaukee River producing good steelhead action still. It just keeps going out there. It's been a nice, cool spring for that anyway. Port Washington, Sheboygan areas also still producing some good action out there. Green Bay area, of course, the De Pere Dam and Green Bay area itself, great opportunities there for some big walleyes. Trout fishing around the Madison area has remained good. I've got some reports of good caddis hatches and a few blue-winged olive hatches coming off. Streamer bite continues to be great as usual, and spin anglers are also doing well on fish. Like I've said before, a lot of these temperatures are going to stabilize in the water here, and that gets a more consistent bite than when you're dealing with runoff from snow and that. Other than that, that's about it for the fishing report, I guess, locally. Um, Stay tuned for more information about the seminars coming up on May 5th, and post your comments and pics of catches below where you've been doing around the chain. We love seeing those. And otherwise, yeah, just stay tuned for more information about stuff we get in the shop here, getting ready for the spring opener on May 7th. And yeah, otherwise, we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck out there.